Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review. We are back on LitXX32's account. I did an account review plus an improvement on this account a while back. I believe it was arena improvement, but he had a hard time getting outside of P1 with the improvement. Let's see if he's using some of my offenses. I think I either made him 2 or 3 offenses. I think it was the top 3 actually, or the top 2, not too sure, but this definitely looks like something that I'll make. Yep. And yeah, I remember talking with him regarding this. He had difficulty because the Punkback was dying too much, unfortunately. But you can't use it like this. You have to use it like this because you only gave it 76% crit rate, or I did, so that it is used in this way. The effective HP should be over 110k. I give it a little more because knowing that it's a win unit, it is gonna get targeted by a lot of defensive fire units. Then we have this one here. Now he has Punkback, so we could actually just put Punkback here too. This was before the deck feature, and it was hard to use this unit in both. It makes no sense. We have a slow team on top and then a fast team on the bottom. But now you don't have to do this. You could use Punkback in both and just give it different builds because of that deck feature. Then finally we had a slow team. Now this Vermos is very slow. I wonder if okay, it looks like I did not make this, so he probably ruined it himself. This definitely does not look like builds that I've done because I usually don't do this in this team. It's very slow, way too slow, and I don't do this, so I could definitely tell. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. So I only made him the top 2, it looks like. But it's been a while. Like I said, the deck feature was not in place, so we're gonna see some lacking builds, it looks like. And because we're using the Leo, everything is super slow. Now this Leo might be not on the correct build. It's probably better just to be on a very tanky build. Again, the deck feature wasn't there, so because we're using this in the second turn team, it's the same Leo. So now I know why they have the same build. Yeah, definitely before the deck feature has been in place. Okay, so with the deck feature, I think he can make better offenses that he could use more effectively to get a better record, so I hope he does that. Now, I'm going to be answering some of the questions because he wrote some down. First of all, he said, he gave me some notes since the last time I saw the account. He got his Giants team under 40 seconds and a couple more. So let's go check out the scout feature and see how he's doing. I'm just going to sell these. If we look at it, Giants is 39 seconds, so that's great. I believe it could be faster though. 39 seconds for Dragons as well, so that's good. What is the team? Necro, one of the harder ones for sure. Steel Fortress, both still over a minute, unfortunately. And then Solar 538 seconds. I think everything is fine in that case. If anything, oh, whoa, what's that? Never saw that before. This could definitely be faster if it's runed well. This I'm not too sure. The Agris team is really easy to make. Maybe just go with that. This one is fine. And these two teams, there are good videos out there on how to make faster teams, so maybe you want to watch those. Because I do believe he has the rune quality to make all of these a little better. He only runed up 3 units as the last time, and that was the Mugwang Dao team. Makes sense. It wasn't the builds that I would ever do. And then a Wind Panda for a slow team. Okay. Notable units he pulled in the last account is Irene, Perjania, Manon, Adriana, Moore, Poseidon. A lot of Nat 5s. A lot. So let's go look at his box right now. LD 5 wise, nothing. And then for light, the Deuce that nobody uses, and the Veronica that there is some use, but it's hard to rune because of not the great base speed. Ooh, a Chroma in defense might be pretty good, especially for a slow one. Okay, good to see that. And then for Wind, he didn't get the Wind Stark, unfortunately. It's freaking OP. No Aya, it looks like. Does he have Debra? Damn it, no Debra. If you had Debra, that would be great. First punk back team. Big improvement there. For water, no Lamelia. Arena wise, I think most of the things will stay the same. There's the Tricks. Tricks move along. Perfect. So dot team is really strong. Did you have Irision? You do. So you could go a fast team. Did you have Zeros? I think he didn't have Zeros at that time. He has Zeros. Okay, so Irision, Zeros, fast team is also now an option. So there's more things you could definitely make. Offensive wise, right? So you don't have to do this anymore. You don't need this. You could just put Pung back. You don't even need this. You could just put Pung back and Zeros here. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. This is fine. I don't know why you have two. I'll just use one. I don't think you need both. But I would use the scout feature at its fullest, really. I wonder if you even have to use the Pung back here. Now I don't actually. I'm sorry that I changed this, so I guess you can't use this, but I'll just put it down here. For a fast team, you'll use Irision with Kabila. Now, right at this moment, you want a Truffle, but not having Truffle is fine. If everything is really tuned well, this would help a lot. And then putting Zeros last. But if you think you're gonna have a hard time tuning it, what I'll do is build a Water Phantom Thief, because that does AoE defense break plus attack bar pushback, and it's damn consistent because it doesn't glance. I guess it's not built, which is not surprising because a lot of people don't build that unit. Can you use Deuce here? There's no attack buff, unfortunately. Yeah, you don't have it. I would use the Water Phantom Thief, or if this AoE Death Break is consistent, it could be an option. It also stuns, right? Yeah, decrease the enemy defense for 2 turns. Decrease their attack power. Branding. Yeah, I think this is actually not bad. The branding will help with the damage you're going to output. So you could even try this. It's not bad, actually. Oh, and then the dot team. I'll remake the dot team too, because the builds don't look that good. So you could build those. Defense wise, I'll put a Chroma lead. Everything else stays the same, but maybe get rid of Camila instead of, and maybe get rid of Camila. So Veramos will still be here, but Chroma will be the lead. I think still going more of a stallish defense will do better. I pulled another stallish Nat 5 recently, so I am thinking of trying and building a stallish defense as well. I might just try running it the entirety of my rush and see how it does. We'll see. Okay, there's that. Let's just go look at RTA. I'll look at the runes after. He's not playing RTA. I would. I think you have more than enough units to start playing RTA. Just go for that P1 record and get all the rewards. You want to get all the rewards. I mean, even if you don't care about all these wings and stuff, getting this refinement stone or just the scrolls is a huge plus for your accounts, because there's still a lot of units that you want to pull. So there's that. Oh, should I? Okay, I'll pick out an easy box that I think you should be running. Give me 1 sec.
A few moments later.
Seems like you're missing a couple of good speed leads, like the Tetsuya or Wind Monkey. So maybe just start with something like this. I also saw that you had Jin Kazama. If you only use Jin Kazama in defense, it will actually be really good as well. I just don't know what you want to get rid of if you do that. You have 2 choices. Either go a super tanky team with no speed at all, but in that case you have to use Leo. But if you actually want to not use Leo and add something else, because obviously it's taking another spot, you'll leave the Leo, put in Jin Kazama instead, Vero, Pyong, and then Chroma. The problem here is that you can't make everything too slow, so that will affect the tankiness overall. It's really up to you. And if you ask me to build your defense again, that is something I'm gonna be debating on for a while to decide on. Either we don't use Leo and add some speed, sacrifice some of the tankiness, or we have the Leo, and make everything super tanky. But we're gonna have one less risk. We're gonna have one less risk factor in the defense, which is gonna be Jin Kazama. We can't get rid of Vero because that's going to then make all the dot teams just come in freely. Okay, let's go look at runes. Okay. He wants to do more siege stuff too, so we'll go look at that. But let's look at his runes, see the improvements he's gotten. Awesome rune, good rune, lacking grind still though. So yeah, more R5. Maybe at this point, especially if you want to do more siege, it makes sense for you to build a red R5 so you could get more grinds for Vile and Despair runes. Great. Yeah, the gems, the grinds are the only things that seem lacking. You have some great runes. You have 2 great runes here. Wow. One's defense. This will fit really well with Warner, the water Warner, Jurgen, right? So there are instances where you can use all of these offset or off main stats that you think is not that good, but defense main stats are definitely used still. Swift, 29, could be 30. Yeah, definitely looks like it's more of a grind issue. I do see a number of awesome runes, so I hope you do that R5. Lastly, we'll just check Despair and we'll look at that. It's a flat, but this is going to be for an attack bar booster. This will fit great. This will fit really well with Kabila, help out with building that fast offense. Despair, okay, 24, 26, 27. Again, you're just missing some legend grinds and I guess even some hero stuff overall, where you just really need to work on R5 to get all of it fixed, and it's probably one of the easiest ways to improve your account. Despair does seem a little lacking on certain slots though. Will, another 30. Wow. I'll put attack percent, by the way. But other than that, 1 rune per slot, is that going to be it? Slot 4 has 2. Slot 5 is garbage, and slot 6 another 28. That could be a 29. Again, this is worthy of legend grinds and gems. So R5, no question, is what I'll continue working on. You might even be at a point where you want to be building a certain R5 so you could get more of a certain grind and gem, especially if you want to start playing more PvP. So think about that. For siege, he said he's in a low siege, a very low siege. The guild is gone. Yeah, it's not really that great. So he would most likely want to move guilds. And at that point, once you do, there's gonna be 2 things. You either make meta defenses, or you look at what your guild is running and build as many similar defenses as you can with your best runes. And in this case, when I saw your rune quality, you probably want to stay around 3 to 4 defenses max. Give it the best runes, because obviously there's no deck feature there. Everything, the 4 defenses will have to share all the runes together. It's not going to be excluded from each build. So just don't build too many, because you're going to be spreading out too many runes. Just build a few that will actually help your guild when they are stacked. And then I'll focus on offenses. I'll build 5 to 6, 8 cleaves as much as possible. I don't know how high of a siege you'll go into, but when I looked at your record, it looked like you're in the Punisher siege at best. So let's just say G1. In that rank, I still think a lot of cleaves are good and a lot of defenses are still cleavable. So I will be making a certain amount of cleaves or single target nuker so that you could clean up some of these defenses. Now, things like this, right? They're not a cleave. So I'll remove that. Oh, did I mess up? I did. I don't want to remove it actually. I'm sorry. I'll maybe just add some in the bottom. I kind of messed up there. Sorry about that. Let's just build it down here. Let's add some, right? Did you already have some cleaves or single target news? Okay, that's a decent one. There's no boost, attack bar boost though. So one question is, why don't you have a Tiana cleave? Tiana cleaves are very easy to use in Siege. It's definitely a rune check, but in most cases you do outspeed, you do enough damage to be able to kill the opponent defense. So that's gonna be one. If I could freaking find where the heck is a galleon? There it is. Another one. If you have the dark Mirene, I think a Lucian team will still work. If you don't, you could still definitely use the Bethany with the Covenant, and then also the Praline or Praline, however you pronounce it. Oh, you don't even have it. See, this tells me that you're not building cleaves, man. And these are easy wins. Easy. Oh, wait, you do have one. Thank goodness. So you definitely want to build one of that. If you had Claire and Sonia, or if you had a Tomoe, because I saw your Trix, it works. Tomoe, Trix, and Amber works really well too. Did you have Tomoe? No Tomoe, unfortunately. Okay, so we skip that. Bomb team works really well too. There's gonna be options where you could use that. There you go. What else is there? You could definitely use this. I saw you had one offense that's using something similarly, but you'll use it with Adriana, with the Mie. This is more consistent. Especially, it works really well if the opponent has only one damage dealer. So if you kill that, you're all good. I didn't check if you had Sonia and Claire. I don't see Claire. Did you have Sonia? I don't see Sonia either, but I see a Diana, I see a Eladriel, and I know that you have Leo. I use this a whole lot. It works really well. Did you have Sonia here? No. Then what else is there? There could be a Hagane dot team if you want to do that. Oh, anything else that are... Oh, wait, did you have a Camilla? You had a Water Demon. That's a single target nuke that you could easily use to get some wins. Yes, you do. Perfect. And it's an offense that you definitely want to build. Rina and then Camilla. Don't need a lead. Still fine. So even with this, you have what, 2, 4, 6 more cleave single target nuke teams that you could use to get 6 easy wins in G1 Siege or higher, depending on how their defenses are made, and also depending on how well you run your teams up. So I think I will start looking into these. I would figure out what I could hit with these reliably and consistently get higher win rates and start moving up into a higher siege. But that was it for this review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think this account just simply needs to do more R5. He might be at a place where he wants to build a certain R5 so that he could get more of a certain grind, because it looks like he wants to get into PvP. And then in that case, Vile and Despair, getting more of those grinds will definitely help him, because a lot of those runes are used. And for sure, I think he has the capability of getting into higher siege. Just make sure to make less defenses so that you don't spread out too many runes, and build more of cleavage, single target nuke type of offenses to get easy wins. And finally, do your RTA, because those rewards are free, so you should take advantage as much as you can, whether it's summons or some kind of improvement item that you could use on your runes. If you guys want account reviews like this, please join my Patreon. If you guys want an account improvement where I actually log into your account and make the changes myself, please join my Discord, fill out the Google form, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.